justifying the down payment. Now, it's mandatory for you to demonstrate the reasons and the factors on why they have to pay a certain amount. You have to really let them know these are the reasons why the insurance company is requesting X amount of money. Don't just give them the option. Don't give them the approximate and then ask them, what do you think? How does it sound? Are you willing? Can you? You have to demonstrate why they need to pay that amount. Why is the insurance company requesting that amount? You need to educate them on how insurance companies work. You need to educate them on how the initial payment works. You need to educate them on why they should pay the amount that you're requesting. Now you have to ask yourself, anywhere you go, do you want to know where your money's going? I do. Simply, you walk into it doesn't matter, into a business, they're selling a service, and they're asking you $200 without telling you any reason why. You're going to tell them, I'm not paying you $200. Unless they tell you and they convince you that you should pay those $100, $200, then you're willing to consider it. So when we talk about insurance, for instance, don't just give them the option and then expect for them to say, yes, let's do it. So let's just assume that the monthly payment is $120 and you're requesting $250 to $320, and you give them the approximate. You tell them, look, sir, I have great news. Your monthly payment will be $120. Is the lowest option that I have in town. Matter of fact, all the companies are offering a lot more than this $120. So you should be excited because you're qualifying for an option that no one else qualifies for. Now, for today, to open up your policy, they are requesting $250 to $320. How does that sound? Are you willing to make a minimum payment of $250 to $320 today? Would you be able to make a payment of $250 to $320 today to actually open up your policy? You're simply going from justifying or adding value on the monthly payment, giving them the initial payment or the approximate of the initial payment, and hoping that they're going to say, yes, let's do it. Most likely they're going to say no, or simply they're going to have questions. Now, one of the most important tools when you justify, and most likely this is a topic that you're going to review in another segment, is to give them so much information that you're answering all of their questions, you're eliminating all of their concerns, and you're eliminating any negatives that they could possibly come up with. So when you give them the approximate of $250 to $320, besides using the 30-day exposure topic, you have to really demonstrate why they should pay those $250 to $320. You have to tell them, where is their money going? Why is the insurance company requesting this amount? Why are you offering this option? You have to really educate them. You have to justify it. You have to add value. You have to elaborate. You have to give them a reason for them to understand that their money is being used as an investment versus as a waste, or just simply throwing their money away. If you don't add value to this, they're going to question every single time you give them the approximate. So you have to really use other factors, but you have to demonstrate why. So for instance, just a couple different examples that you can use. Number one, you're going to tell them, look, the insurance companies are always going to request a little bit more, but guess what? As soon as you leave the office, it's guaranteed for you to leave with insurance. Your policy is going to be activated. Now, there's a lot of companies out there that they'll offer something maybe a little bit lower, but they have a 24-hour rule. Now, what is this 24-hour rule? Technically, within 24 hours, if you're involved in an accident, you're not covered. The reason why they do this is because they want to eliminate any unnecessary fraudulent claims. So they're going to put a 24-hour mandatory no coverage procedure so you don't have coverage until the following day. Now, does that make sense? Absolutely not. Not to me, but that's just an option. And there's a lot of agencies that offer this. Sometimes agencies don't even emphasize on this. They'll just make you believe that you have coverage, but you don't. Now, the company that I'm setting you up with automatically offers coverage. As soon as you leave the office, technically, as soon as we're done with the paperwork, there's a term called binding coverage. So your policy is active. You leave, anything happens, you have coverage. Another reason why, because it offers the first month and also your activation. So truly, you're never going to be responsible for this payment again. Matter of fact, this is a one-time investment payment. Now, number 3, you're investing on a one-time payment. That means you're using your money to invest on a policy that you could keep for a couple years if you want to. There's no contracts. You're able to make any changes, whatever changes you want to make. You have the ability to do it. So those are just a couple examples, but you have to demonstrate, you have to tell them, you have to give them information for them to understand that those 250 to 320 is mandatory and they're actually getting something valuable. They're getting something more valuable than the 250 to 320. Simply going back to the first example on coverage, on having coverage immediately, that's a concept that I could elaborate and use it as a demonstration that those 250 to 320 is worth it. Sir, you have to understand, look, you get pulled over leaving the parking lot, that's going to save you those $700, $1,000. Leaving the parking lot, you hit a vehicle, you make damages of $2,000, $3,000. Guess what? Your policy was active. So those 250 to 320 is valuable. It's going to be beneficial because you're going to have the proper coverage. So once again, you need to demonstrate why the company's requesting the amount that they're requesting. Why are you offering the 250 to 320? Maybe you could use a monthly payment. You could tell them, look, option A, option B, there's something more affordable, but your monthly payment is going to be a lot higher. So you really have to demonstrate. You have to give them information, because if you don't, they're going to question, they're going to have doubts, they're going to be upset. They're not going to want to make the payment that you're asking because they feel that the payment is more than what they should pay. So once again, demonstrate, add value, educate them, let them know why they're paying the 250 to 320, or let them know why they should pay the 250 to 320. Motivate them, encourage them to leave with insurance, and emphasize that it's a one-time payment, it's an investment, not something that they're throwing their money away. Use this tool. This is going to help you at least eliminate a lot of their concerns. It's going to help you justify, it's going to eliminate their questions. Use it all the time.